Hi, Dad. Welcome back to another episode of Dave and Andy's Honest About Life. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Andy.
So that last topic that we talked about, racism and we obviously we didn't dive that deep into it, other than to say, this is sort of how we see it changing over time, where it's going. Is it in your lifetime? Do you see a change? And so we don't need to revisit that, but it's a pretty big, heavy topic. And I appreciate you sharing your experience. And again, this is just you and I and our experience. I don't imagine we'll make everybody happy with our conversations. People will have their opinions, and yeah.
I think we have that right. That's what's wonderful about this country, is that we have a right to share our opinion. And, it's our belief, and nobody else has to believe what we believe, what I believe. I just have that right. It's a freedom that I love about this country. We do have freedom to speak our voice.
I hope we never lose that freedom. And
yes, absolutely.
So, one of the questions that, as a child talking to a parent, one of the things that you would want for your parent is that they reach a point in their lifetime that they are truly content, and they have sort of reaped the rewards, the benefits of working hard their entire life, and now they can finally enjoy their years in retirement, or at least their years later in life. Are you at this point longing for anything, Dad?
I am longing for seeing more of the world, because I've reported on even just this country's weather for so many years, that I want to even visit places in this country that I haven't had a chance to see in person. Just there's so many wonderful things out there, that before I die, I'd love to take part in and understand what other people consider, if that's where they live, they want to see where we live. That's just one of my passions, is to be able to open up my eyes and see more of this wonderful place we call Earth. Because, the depths of the ocean, see some things. I just love the way that science fiction, I believe, is becoming science fact. Things that I thought when I was growing up never would happen, and they're happening now. So that's what I guess I want to experience.
In general, because blood pressure and cholesterol levels, and a lot of this has to do with our diet and just our genetics. Do you feel like you can breathe now after a full career? Can you relax?
Yeah, I think stress levels are way down compared to what they were when I was working. And I tried not to show that stress when I was on TV, but there is a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress about being on TV, but there's a lot of stress in that job, because it does feel like it's kind of important to get warnings out in a timely fashion so that people would be safe. And yeah, I think, I don't know. I love what I did for so many years, and now I just want to experience some things that I've just read about. And I love science fiction, and I've always loved science fiction. I love science fiction movies because I've experienced how science fiction has become fact over the years.
One of the things we don't talk much about, but at some point we should, is a book that you're writing. Did you talk about some of these things in your book about science fiction and how you've seen weather and our ability to forecast weather, how that's changed?
We're touching on all those points. I think I want to touch on things that that people have the most questions about, and that's what I'm trying to put into this book of mine. And, we'll continue to talk about this hopefully over the next several months. As it's getting completed. I'm not too far away. I'm about 75% done. But I'm gonna save the title until I'm done with it, because I wanna have this title be something that really explains what the book is about. And I think I have to write the book first, and then the title comes last. Which,
Wow.
I don't know, maybe that's backwards, but that's the way I
No.
wanted to do it.
That's a good teaser. I'm excited to read the book. Interesting. I'm interested in seeing what makes the final edit of your book. You have a publisher that's already identified, and they're sort of keeping your feet to the fire to get this thing done.
Not yet. I have not even gotten a publisher yet. I have a couple places that I'm gonna go. I know friends of mine that have published books. Bill Lund, Joe Schmidt, they've published books, and I'd like to be, possibly using their people, but we'll see. I don't know yet.
Well, I'm proud of you for doing something that I remember you talking about forever, which is wanting to write a book. And there's probably a large percentage of the population that wants to write a book, but just for whatever reason never get around to it. So I'm proud of you for doing that, and maybe we'll touch on some of the topics in the book as we talk, you and I. So
I hope we
I'm
can.
excited to learn more about what you have in that book. To know.
Yeah, I've told some deep dark secrets about you, Andy, that
Oh,
you may
good.
not want me. No,
Fabulous.
you've been a good kid, and you don't have anything to worry about. I told the truth. This is all. It's all about honest about life, right?
Nice. All right. Well, let's end it there. And like you say, can't wait to hear the title of your book. And it sounds like you're finding your piece and checking some boxes along the way of things that you wanted to do, Dad. So thank you for today's session, and look forward to the next one.
I appreciate that, buddy.
All right, love you, Dad.
Love you.